Today is April 14th, 2025. Gold is somewhere over $3,200 per ounce, and silver is just over $32 per ounce at the time of this video. Great volatility in the market, as we all know. That has been one of the main topics on some of the social threads that I belong to that are professional in nature. People are talking about volatility. Dealers are trying to figure out how to navigate these waters as we see these massive swings, sometimes overnight, sometimes just in the middle of the day. When gold and silver are moving 2 to 3 points in a day, that really actually affects dealers buying and selling, and they're all trying to figure out, well, what is the best model to operate in when the volatility is so extreme, and no one seems to have a good answer as of right now. Seems like there's a couple different approaches. One is business as usual, maintain a fixed position and just keep adding and subtracting to it as you have overages and shortages. You know, that is definitely one way to go. Another is that some dealers are just, as it comes in across the counter, get rid of it immediately, dump it on the refineries or the wholesalers. Get your profit right then. Don't try to play any kind of let's wait and see type game, see if we can squeeze some extra dollars. It's just as soon as it comes in, dump it. And not really worrying about maintaining a position, which is understandable too, especially if cash is an issue. So it's definitely an interesting time in the market for precious metals dealers, but it is definitely a fun time in the market because there is a lot of action going on right now. People are dumping large amounts of material on dealers across the country right now, and that doesn't seem to going to change anytime soon for multiple reasons. We won't get into that right now, but there is definitely a massive glut of material coming in across the counters in the way of scrap, in the way of finished bullion goods. It's definitely coming home to roost right now. But I will say the demand for gold is still pretty decent. I'm really not seeing a huge slump in the way of gold sales. Silver sales kind of suck, but it's to be expected. We had that massive rush when silver dropped below 30, and then but that was short-lived, day or two. We're still seeing where I can buy junk 90 from dealers below spot. So that is good, and that is also, and we'll update the premiums here. I'm keeping my junk 90 premium at plus 50 cents for all you guys and gals out there. So if you'd like to buy junk 90, I made a massive investment in it the other day. So I have a lot to sell if you are interested in it. And yeah, so that's kind of what is going on. It is Monday, so we'll do a premiums update and inventory update here for you. A conversation I thought was kind of interesting that I had with another dealer, and see what you guys and gals think about it, see what your responses are. So definitely put your response or your thoughts down in the comments of this video. So basically a year ago today, gold was somewhere around $2,350. So it's up about $800, $900 from 365 days ago. And do I think it's going back there? No, I don't think, not anytime soon at least. I think it's going to stay up. I think that's pretty much the consensus. But the reality is, a year ago, it was $800, $900 less than what it is per ounce today. So what if fast forward a year and we're back to those same levels that it was a year ago? So back in the $2,300, $2,400 range. I mean, that's totally plausible. It was there a year ago. It could be there in a year from now. But what do we think the general consensus of the gold stacker would be? Like, what would their mindset be if gold started to systematically move back down $800 or $900 per ounce over the next 12 months? And my thoughts are, I think that it would turn off a lot of the new people who jumped in the market at 3,000 plus, and there have been a lot. A lot of people have jumped in full feet, full weight, right in after 3,000 per ounce. And, which was that smart or not? I don't know. We'll find out all together. But I think the people who were stacking and who have turned it off once they got north of $3,000 per ounce would re-enter the market and start stacking again, because once we've had that ceiling reached of 3,200, 3,300, wherever it's going to top out at, for example, if it started to pull back, would be like, hey, we know where it can go, and we believe, given the world economic situation, it's going to get back there. So I think you would see actually more people re-enter the market, the ones who had stopped or ceased buying once it got to a specific price point. So I think it would actually increase gold sales noticeably. So that's my thoughts. What are your guys and gals' thoughts about if we saw a 365-day retracement of the price of gold per ounce? Just so we don't blow up with people, oh, that's never going to happen. I don't believe it's going to happen in the short term either. I think gold is going to stay up over 2,800 for a while. And I think you'll see, I think we're going to continue to see massive volatility up and down. I think the price of gold is going to be doing this for quite a while, especially while we have this tariff negotiations going on, which are directly affecting the volatility of the price of gold specifically, maybe other things too. Definitely doesn't seem to have as an effect on the price of silver, but definitely on the price of gold. So, but I think it is here to stay north of 2,800 for quite a while. But the reality is, just a year ago, just 365 days ago, it was $800, $900 less than what it is today. So it could go back down. And so what are your thoughts? If you had stopped buying gold over the last year because of the price, do you think you would re-enter the market if it dropped below 2,800, below 3,000? Or do you think you would hold off and just see how far low it would go? Or are you just done? Would you be like, the rug's been pulled out, not interested anymore? What are your thoughts? Blow that algorithm up. All right, it is Monday. Let's do premiums and inventory update. All right, 1 ounce gold eagles, Tim. We're buying 1 ounce gold eagles at the spot price of gold minus 1%. We're selling them at the spot price of gold plus 3%. 1/10 ounce gold eagles we're buying at melt plus 3%, selling them at melt plus 10%. 1/4 ounce gold eagles we're buying at melt, selling at melt plus 7%. Yep. 1/2 ounce gold eagles we're buying at melt and selling at melt plus 5%. 1 ounce gold buffaloes we are buying at the spot price of gold. We are selling them at the spot price of gold plus 4%. Foreign gold, pre-33 gold. That's raw, and even some graded pre-33 gold now. I saw MS63 libs, $20 libs, and Saints going for melt over the weekend, guys and gals. So it kind of is where we're at now. You're looking at 98% of melt on pre-33 gold. That's definitely not graded. If it's probably MS63 and below, you're looking at 98% of melt. If you get into MS64 and higher range, you're going to be at melt or higher. That's for your $20 libs and your $10 libs and your $20 Saints. All right, the fractional stuff probably still carries a pretty good, maybe not a pretty good premium, but at least a premium, or at least at melt. So it's a wild time in the gold market, that's for sure. Also, the $5 and $10 U.S. Mint gold commims going to be at 98% of melt. Gold bars up to 100 grams in size going to be at 98% of melt or 98% of spot if they're 1 ounce gold bars. And then, of course, 1 ounce gold foreign bullion coins such as maple leafs, pandas, kookaburras, koalas, kangaroos. What else is there? Krugerrands, if I haven't said it, Philharmonics, Britannias, all that type of material. Ounces, 98% of spots. Older foreign gold, sovereigns, francs, marks, ducats, coronas, liras, all that pesos, 98% of melt. 1 ounce platinum eagles, we're buying them at the spot price of platinum plus $90 per ounce, selling them at the spot price of platinum plus $145 per ounce. We still have some in stock. I do need to source some more of those, but we'll get them as we need them. 1 ounce palladium maple leafs. we are selling these at we're selling them at $1,195 per ounce. That's for 1 ounce Palladium maple leaves. All right, we got graded Morgan silver dollars. MS63s we're selling at 70, MS64s 90, MS65s 165. These are all going to be PCGS or NGC graded. You're going to see various levels of toning on these coins. You're going to see various generational holders on these coins. We are out of 66s at the moment. I think I got more MS67s than I got 66s in the house, which is a unique thing, but I believe that is actually the case. These are all common Morgan silver dollars, 1878 to 1904. They are going to be random, but they are common. You will not see any NX or ICG graded coins or in-house graded coins, PCGS or NGC only. All right, inventory update here. 1 ounce rounds are back in the shop, along with 10 ounce bars. We got a pretty good flow of inventory in. Finally got caught up. We are still buying this material at the spot price of silver minus $1 per ounce. That's going to be anything up to 100 ounce pieces in size. So your 1 ounce rounds, your 5 ounce bars, your 10 ounce bars, your foreign silver, anything 50 ounce bars, kilo bars, 100 ounce bars, we're going to be buying at the spot price of silver minus $1 per ounce. We are selling 1 ounce rounds, solid design tubes, and also 10 ounce silver bars at the spot price of silver plus $1 per ounce. I'm not sourcing 5 ounce bars. There wasn't that great a demand for them, so we'll make them available as we buy them across the counter. And currently out of kilos and 100 ounce bars, but we'll make those available as we buy them across the counter. All right, junk 90. Pretty much loaded up here. We have dimes, we have quarters, we have half dollars. Dimes and quarters are mixed. Half dollars we do have separated by type. So you got Kennedys, we got Franklins, we got Walkers by type. So if you're looking for specific half dollars in the way of type, please reach out to the shop. Let Tim know. He'll put together a PO for you. Remember, 30 face minimum order on junk 90 if you want us to ship it. If you want to come into the shop, you can order as little or as much as you like. Generic silver, 20 ounce minimum order for shipping on that. If you come into the shop, you can buy as little or as much as you like. But I will give you a heads up on the rounds. We really are just selling them by the tube here in the shop. If I have 5 ounce or 10 ounce bars, you can buy 1 or 2 if you want those. I do have a handful of 1 ounce bars you can buy if you don't want a full stack of 20. But rounds really are just going out in tubes of 20 at this point, even across the counter. Anything that's coming in that's off quality, milky in the way of generic silver is just going right to the refinery at this point. That's why I don't really have partial tubes of rounds available. But back to the junk 90, 1964 and before, silver dimes, silver quarters, half dollars. We're buying at the spot price of silver minus $1 per ounce, and we're selling it at the spot price of silver plus 50 cents per ounce. Off quality silver eagles, I am out of them. We're processing some right now, but there's not a lot. But I'm up in my bid on these. Market looks like it's moved a little bit up on these. I'm now buying off quality silver eagles at the spot price of silver plus $1 per ounce and sell them at the spot price of silver plus $2 per ounce. That is for off quality American silver eagles. So that's going to be for silver eagles that are not solid date tubes of 20, meaning you have mixed date coins in there. Coins that have milk spots on them, surface abrasions, colorized, overall scruffy, too much toning. That type of material we buy at the spot price of silver plus $1 per ounce. And we sell it at the spot price of silver plus $2 per ounce. I literally get bought out of these daily. Really not shipping them because we don't need to, guys and gals. Literally people come in every day and just clean me out of these. It's kind of interesting. Solid date tubes of American silver eagles, if they are retail friendly, we buy them at the spot price of silver plus $2 per ounce. So that means that every coin in the tube, and it is a full stack of 20, is the same date. So in that tube right there, every coin is a 2025. It means there's no milk spots on them, surface abrasions, they're not colorized, they're not scruffy, they're not overtoned. I am critical when it comes to grading American Silver Eagles, so just keep that in mind. If I start going through solid tubes and find milk spots, they are going to be considered off quality. It's just the way it is. The people who are still buying American Silver Eagles across the counter or through the mail are picky. And so that means that we have to be critical when it comes to time to buy and sell these. So if we go through the tubes and I start seeing milk spots, they're going to be considered off quality. But if they're retail friendly, we buy them at +2 and sell them at +4. On Silver Eagles, they are sold in quantities of 20 in a tube if we are shipping them. If you come into the shop, you can buy as few or as many as you would like. And then last but not least, we're still buying Cole silver dollars at 26 bucks a piece and selling at 28. What you see in the bucket there is what I got. They are going to be a mix of peace dollars and Morgans, all random date. They will, I promise you, they're all going to be common dates. But yeah, it's random, and that only what we got in the bucket there is what we got in the house. So that is it for those. All right, folks. We have free shipping for purchases over $3,000, $15 shipping for purchases under $3,000. If you would like to place an order for us to ship, please reach out to Tim at igscoin.com, and he will be happy to put a purchase order together for you. We accept payment via cash, wire, Zelle, personal checks up to $5,000 with an up to 2-week hold, and also scrap metal. I don't have any scrap silver out because it's literally going to the refinery as we speak. Burning. All right, but scrap gold. So if you got old 10 karat, 14, 18 karat gold jewelry, 22 karat gold jewelry, you just don't wear it anymore, can't wear it, it's broken, whatever, we will turn that into cash for you at 90% of its value, or you can apply that as a credit towards the purchase of stackable precious metals at 90% of its value. So if you got $1,000 worth of gold jewelry, we're going to pay you $900. If you got $10,000 worth of gold jewelry, we're going to pay you $9,000. If you got $100,000 worth of gold jewelry, we're going to pay you $90,000. That's how it works, folks. The price is determined based on the price of gold at the time of the transaction, the weight of the gold, and also its purity. Same with sterling silver flatware, tableware, hollowware, sterling silver rounds, and tea sets. We're going to pay you 90% of its value. We do not purchase sterling silver jewelry, though. That we're just going to kick back to you. Unfortunately, it doesn't test the way that it is supposed to. Or let me rephrase it, assay the way it is supposed to. Unfortunately, with a lot of the junk coming out of Asia. So that is the way it is. But gold jewelry, we are definitely interested in purchasing. Now, if you want to mail it into us, great. Just please include a copy of your driver's license or state ID card along with your metals, because these are considered secondhand goods in the state of Florida, and we got some paperwork that I got to do which requires your driver's license or state ID card. So please include that along with your jewelry if you are mailing in, or if you're going to mail in sterling silver flatware or hollowware, please include that as well. All right, guys and gals, I am Brian with Vermillion Enterprises. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. to noon. So if you're interested in transacting, please reach out during that time period. All shipping orders, purchase orders that go out not over the counter but through the mail or interwebs or over the phone are done Monday through Friday. We do not take orders over the weekend for shipping. It just live in the shop business 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturdays. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and hopefully we'll have a very profitable week. If there's anything we can do for you, reach out to us. You guys have a good day. Thank you.